Righto, so today we're looking at choosing samples. I've got a class listed up above, and we're looking at how to generate samples. So, silly boy, loading up the wrong one. So, just quickly we'll talk about the three different types of samples we can do. The random sample, choosing people out of a hat. The systematic sample, where we pick people based on a system. So, alphabetical list, choose every fifth person. Or the stratified sample, say for example choosing 20% of Year 7 students, 20% of Year 8 students, so that we've got a random sample of a mixture of classes. We're going to skip all these questions and go straight down to how to do the sampling. So choosing samples, we choose to pick 20% of the people in the class. So how would we work out how to do this? Well, we take the number of people in the class, there's 24 people in the class, and essentially we're just going to divide it by 5, or times it by 0.2. So we're going to end up with 4.8, which is going to give us, we'll round it up to 5 people. Systematic sample. Write down a sample you obtain using a systematic sample. We could go every first, every third person, every fifth person, just trying to get a decent sample. So in this case we want 20%, so we're going to go with every fifth person. So we'd ignore, just going through and we'll highlight which students we're going to select. We'll go with Jared, Mackenzie, Michaela, Mitchell, and we'll pick Rebecca because she's the last person. So now we've done that, we've got our systematic sample. Another, to pick 30% of the people in the class, so 30% is 3 people out of 10, so we pick, let's get rid of our inking. Oh, too far. So for 30%, how many people are we looking at getting? So we're picking 30%, so we need 7.2 people. So we'll just call that exactly 7. We'll use a highlighter this time. We've got Austin, Paige, Tucker, Shalise, Michaela, Shelby, Zaid, and that makes our 7. We're just going to skip Rebecca because otherwise we'd be taking too many people. And that's our systematic sample. We could do a random sampling by using our calculator to develop random numbers, or we can do stratified. So we can break up the class into 2 groups, boys and girls, as you can see there, and then try and pick in proportion to the population of the class. So the way to work out how to stratify this group, we want 6 students and we want them to be representative of girls and boys. So we've got 11 boys out of a total of 24, which gives us 45% boys, just 11 divided by 24, and we've got 13 girls out of 24, which gives us 55%. So to work out how many of these students we need to pick, we're just going to take our percentages and multiply them by 6. And what we're going to end up with is 2.74 for the boys and 3.25 for the girls. Now, when we're doing this, we're going to have to round. So we'd have to round the boys up to 3, and we're going to have to round the girls down to 3. So once we've done that, we can pick 3 boys. So since it's out of 11, we'll pick the 3rd boy. So we'll go with Trent, Ryan and Tom. And we need 3 girls, so we'll pick Ainsley, Alexis and Rebecca. And that should give us a representative sample. Now we're going to find a representative sample of our students in our school. So we've got 626 students altogether, and 120 of them are in Year 7. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 120 divided by 626 to get our proportion. That's going to give us 0.19, and we're going to times that by the number of students we're allowed to have in our survey, which is going to be 40. So we're going to take 40 times 0.19 gives us 7.6. So if we were going to round that up, we'd call that 8 students. And we're going to do the same with all our other classes. Here's one I prepared earlier. And as you can see, we've gone through and we've done the calculations. 120 divided by 6.6, 626, and then times it by the amount 40. So we've gone through and we've done that. So we've got 8 students for Year 7, 7 students for Year 8, 8 for 9s, and so on and so forth, with our total of 40 students chosen. And that's how we find a stratified sample.